Hello, Summer. Thank you. It's good to see you again.
You too.
So some things that we talked about last time we met, you talked a lot about your mother and how she's been making you feel. So I'm wondering if you can go into that again.
Sure, absolutely. So, like I've talked about before in our sessions, my mom's just been really pressuring me lately, you know, with college just around the corner. She really wants me to stay local, and she's almost, well, she is. She's being very controlling, and she's not hearing what I want to say or, you know, really acknowledging where I want to go or even asking me where I want to go to school. She's just kind of determining that for me, and, you know, I've been having some trouble with that.
Yeah, sure, I can understand that. And so what do you want for yourself? What do you see for yourself?
You know, I don't know if you remember this too, where you talked about I really want to be or pursue becoming a professional snowboarder. I think it's a great time to get into the field and everything. And I really feel like if I go out to school out west at Montana, that I would have a lot more opportunities. I'd be able to go to school and practice and get wicked good, you know, and really be able to do some new things and be more creative when it came time for competition and stuff.
Yeah, sure, and I understand that. And so how does your mom feel? What is your mom's reaction to that?
She kind of doesn't hear me when I kind of mention these things to her, and, you know, in her head she feels like, you know, that I'm going local. She actually tells people when we're out that I've accepted to go to UMass when, you know, I kind of haven't. I haven't made that choice yet, and, you know, she still just sees me as a baby, I guess, and doesn't think that I can make my own decisions about my own life, and, you know, it's just really hard.
Yeah, that sounds frustrating.
It is. It's very frustrating. It's embarrassing, and, you know, I just want her to see me as an adult and making my own decisions.
Yeah, I can understand that. You know, Summer, what I wanted to ask you to do today, I'm wondering if we can work on a technique where some of these things you're saying to me, maybe you could say these things to your mother. So we're not going to really bring your mother in here.
Okay.
Right. But I'm asking you if you'd feel comfortable if we, you know, we bring an empty chair here and you can pretend to be talking to your mother about some of these things that you're bringing up to me. And so then at the same time, then you can switch your seats and be your mother talking to you and have that conversation. How do you feel about doing that?
You know, I feel comfortable if I could text her. Could we do a pretend text to her how I feel?
You know, I mean, I think it would be most beneficial if
I could FaceTime her. I could look there and no.
No, I mean, I understand that might be more comfortable, but I'm asking you maybe just to go out of your comfort zone a little bit and maybe talk to your mother. I think that might, you know, having that dialogue might bring some things up inside of you. I mean, I'm just, you know, if you feel comfortable and if you want to stop during, we can.
You know, I can try it.
Fantastic.
We can see how it goes.
Okay. So we'll need another chair for this.
Okay, I can get one.
Okay, yeah, let's grab another chair. Okay, Summer, so you've brought this chair up now, so now I want you to go ahead and speak to your mother.
Right now?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Mom. Glad you can sit with me. I have something I really want to talk to you about, and I think it's very important to talk about this with you because it's something that's been bothering me, and yeah, so.
Summer, can I stop you right there a minute? Because what I'm seeing is the difference. When you were talking to me about this story about your mother, your body language was very different. Now I see you shaking your knees, you're biting your nails. I just want you to be aware of that and maybe, you know, change that body language. You were sitting up when you were telling me. You were confident. So go ahead and, again, speak to your mother.
Okay. Mom, I really need to talk to you about something that's been bothering me. You know, college is approaching. It's right around the corner, and I've been feeling for a long time that I'd like to pursue snowboarding and see how far I can go with it professionally. And I really feel to have the best opportunity in being able to get out there and snowboard and just try new things is if I were to go to school in Montana, which University of Montana has some great teaching programs, and I feel like, I still want to go get a degree just in case something doesn't work out or if I don't make it to the Olympics. But
Summer, I'm sorry, can I just stop you again? Because I hear great stuff that you're saying to your mom, but I want you to talk to your mom about how her actions and behavior are affecting you. You're talking a lot about what you want for your future plans, but why don't you talk to your mother about how is her behavior affecting you?
Mom, I'm going to college, and when we're out and you tell people that I'm going to UMass and you don't even ask me or listen to what it is I want to do or where I want to go, I feel frustrated and I feel mad and I want to scream at you and just say, listen to me, I'm right here. You just, and I love you, I do, but you just don't ask me what I want to do, what it is that I want to do with my life. And I just wish you could just hear me and just see, or just even if you think it's a mistake, just let me go with it and let me try something, just like you did with my brothers. I know I'm the baby, I know all that, but you have to trust me in that I know what I want to do in my life, and I really want to pursue this, and I understand how important it is to get an education, and I want to do both, but I really just want to go there. And I wanted to let you know that I did get accepted to University of Montana, and I'm going to pursue it. I'm going to go, and I'm really hoping that you're going to support me and that you're going to approve of my decision.
So Summer, thank you for that. And now what I'm going to ask you to do is if you could sit in the other chair and take the role of your mother and have your mother speak to you.
Summer, that's a lot to take in. I'm your mother, and I want what's best for you, and I just want to make sure you're making a good decision, and I do want you, close by. Sorry if you don't like that, but just felt like you grew up so fast, and now you're going to college, and I'm sorry if you feel like I'm not listening to you. I guess I'm just being a little selfish, wanting to have you here, but I love you, and I want what's best for you.
Thank you, Summer. I know, that you might have felt a certain way by sitting in that chair, but you can go ahead and come on back and move over to your chair. And why don't you talk to me about how you felt doing that exercise?
Wow. It actually kind of felt good. I know I've been feeling those things for a while now, and I guess I've been keeping it in because I just didn't want to disappoint my mom, and I actually feel like my head's clearer in a sense, I guess. I don't know if I'm describing it right, but I feel like this was actually like a good practice. Like I feel better and a little more confident, and I feel like I can do this. I can tell her what I want. I should be able to do that.
Great. And so how do you think that you'll, next time you have a conversation with your mother, how do you think you'll behave differently?
Well, if we're out and somebody asks where I'm going to go for school, I'm going to not just be quiet and not, say anything. I'm going to tell them where I really want to go and what I want to do. And people who know me know how I love to just, thrash around on the mountains, so it should be fine.
So, Summer, I want you, next time that you have an encounter with your mother, I want you to think about this experience and think about, the way that you could talk to your mother and have that conversation with her. Does that sound fair? Sound like something you can do?
It does. I think this was really good practice, and I think I could actually take what we did here today and put it into practice in my life.
That's fantastic. I'm glad that you got something out of this exercise. So why don't we go ahead? We'll book our appointment to meet up again next.
Okay.
And it was great seeing you today.
You too, doctor. Thank you.
Debbie, would you like to share with the group?
You know what? I just don't feel like I'm there. Basically, I don't trust any of these characters. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to maybe step outside of your comfort zone a little bit here today in today's group. I know that you haven't been really wanting to share in our other group sessions. I'm going to ask you to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. What I hear you telling me is that you don't trust these characters. Maybe you can address each one of them. Tell them, I don't trust you because.
I'm going to start with Bob. Bob, for obvious reasons, you know I may not trust you. For one, you're yellow and you're a sponge, and you kind of freak me out that your eyes never blink, and for that reason, I don't trust you. Even now, you're freaking me out a lot. And Dundee, I hope you remember what happened a couple weeks ago when you bit me, and now I don't trust you because you're always looking at me with those giant chompers like you want some more, and I just not down with that. So definitely, and I don't know why you always have to keep sitting next to me too, just taunting me. I don't know if that's okay. And then Cornelius, where do I even start with you too, Cornelius? I mean, I know that Amanda's no longer in the group because you gave her rabies and she doesn't feel safe, and I don't feel safe either. I don't know if this is quite an environment for you to be in because you do live in a den and nobody's even seemed to address that either, and I don't trust people who live in dens. There, I said it.
Thank you, Debbie, for participating in that. I knew that it might have felt uncomfortable for you, but can you talk to me about how that felt?
You know, it felt good. It felt freeing, I guess, to actually say how I felt and to put it out there so you guys know where I'm coming from, and hopefully we can keep coming and participating now that, you know, hopefully you guys will acknowledge my feelings and we can keep going with this.
Great. You know, it's really wonderful that you were able to do that, and I hope that when you leave here today, when you go back into your life, I hope you can use some of these skills and remember how this felt. Think about that, and think about that going forward when you're having conversations with people. And go ahead and assert yourself and start conversations with people. Do you think that you can do that?
I think so. I think I can do that. Maybe it will even help with the relationships I have, or the ones that, you know, I've been a little holding back, and really get me out there and, you know, get some friends, because I don't really have a lot except for you guys. So
great. And I think that's,
I don't know, maybe Bob too, but
I'm not sure about Bob, but I'm glad that you can recognize that this is what you got out of that. And really, I hope next time when we have group that you can feel comfortable to share. Okay, and so I think, guys, thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you next week for group. Thank you.
thank you.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hello there.
Hi there. I
Nice to
am
see ya.
Elizabeth.
I am
It's
James.
nice to meet you.
James Sprinkle, but my friends call me Jimmy.
Well, then I shall call you Jimmy.
Okay,
And-
what can I call you?
You can call me Elizabeth.
Can I call you Doc?
You absolutely can call me Doc. I am fine with that as well.
I like that better.
That's no problem. So, Jimmy, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Can you tell me why you're here? What brings you here today?
Oh, you know, I recently got divorced. Not by my choosing, but, you know, and I'm a butcher. I don't know if you heard of Jimmy's Meats. Best meats in the area, I tell you that. Better than what they're selling down on 45th Street. But, yeah, so I have a very great job. It's, you know, in a market that people really, really need. You know, who doesn't need meats, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, and I
Great.
got a cat. And,
Okay. So can we go back to, can you just explain to me what brings you to therapy today?
Yeah, so my wife left me after 35 years of marriage. She just came home one day from work and she was gone. And there was a letter, and she had taken up with Romeo and going on a Carnival cruise, and Jimmy here was the last to know. So I'm having a little trouble trying to figure out where to go and how to meet the people out there and just having issues.
Okay, so I hear, Jimmy, I hear a lot about, what you want to do, but can we go back to identifying those feelings? Your wife left you. Let's talk about that.
I was feeling kind of, what's the word, I guess you'd call it lonely. Usually I get home from my shift and my wife's there and I can tell her about, the customers that came in and the quality meats I gave them and what the trends are that people are really wanting there. Lately it's been a chuck roast. I don't know why, but it's really selling for the winter months. But so that's been hard,
So I understand that's been hard in your business, but can you talk to me about the separation with your wife? How has that been hard? How are you feeling with that?
I guess the word would be I'm sad. I'm disappointed in myself. It doesn't feel very well when your ex-wife's posting pictures on the Facebook and when your own mom is liking them and your grandma's commenting what a cute couple, Stella and Romy are now, and she's never seen Stella so happy. I mean, that kind of doesn't make me feel very well.
Oh, no, I can understand that. So when your wife left you, you talked a little bit about those feelings. Can you go into that a little bit more, if we could stay with the feeling?
Well, I grew my mustache out real big. I was kind of what you'd say depressed, and my heart wasn't in it, cutting the meat, I can definitely tell you that. But it just kind of made me feel like a bad person, like, disappointed and just wanted to, I guess, really know what I did to Stella for her to feel like she didn't love me anymore.
Yes. Yes, and I can understand that, Jimmy. It's those feelings of rejection, and it's a depressing feeling. Next time that you encounter these feelings, when your ex-wife comes up, or if you're seeing her on Facebook, can you talk to me about how you're going to be able to respond differently to that?
I have a lot to offer. I've got some great qualities, so I think it's about time the world sees them in Jimmy, so yeah.
Thank you again, Jimmy, and it was really nice to meet you, and I'm glad we could talk some of these things through. So why don't we look forward to our next meeting? You can head out to my receptionist, and she will go ahead and book you your next appointment.
Okie dokie.
Okay, thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Oh, Jimmy's a hugger. Get on up in here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
all right,
nice.
Jimmy.
It feels really nice
Jimmy.
to have a warm person hugging me back.
Great. Okay.
Tinkerbell's
nice,
not
okay,
such a
nice
good
to meet
hugger,
you.
but okie doke. See ya.
All right. See you later.